Hey guys, it's Brandon Miniman from PocketNow.com. 2010 was the year of the Samsung Galaxy S. We found it on every major carrier. It was a hot device, had great battery life, great performance, really thin form factors. And in 2011, Samsung is back with their new flagship, the Galaxy S2. This phone ups the ante in every respect. It's faster, it's thinner, it has a bigger screen, and in this video, we're going to unbox the Galaxy S2. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we go. So a lot of improvements to talk about between the Galaxy S and the Galaxy S2. We've got the new Exynos processor. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. The 1.2 gigahertz dual-core Samsung proprietary processor that goes right up against the Snapdragon 1.2 gigahertz processor coming out on the HTC Sensation. So we've got some extra packaging here. And thanks to our friends at clove.co.uk for sending us a Unit 2 review. Right now this phone is 440 British pounds, which is about $722. Yes, it's very expensive, but hey, it'll actually work on US AT&T frequencies, so that's an added little bonus there. And plus, this is a device that just came out, so you gotta expect the price to be very high. Very likely that this phone will see a release on all major US and international carriers, so you can keep an eye out for lower subsidized prices. So here it is, small little box, Galaxy S2, 1.2 gigahertz. This is incredible. The previous Galaxy S had a single-core 1 gigahertz processor, and now we're going to 1.2 gigahertz and having 2 cores. This is going to be awesome. Let's take a look at what we have on the back here. Dual-core, 8-megapixel camera. This shoots 1080p video, and it can also play it back in 1080p if you connect it to a television. We've got DLNA support, a huge 1650 milliamp hour battery, and the interesting thing about that is that this device is the thinnest smartphone you can buy right now. It's a little bit over 8 millimeters thick. It's got the Super AMOLED Plus screen. You can tell that I'm very excited about this. Samsung had the Super AMOLED debut in the Galaxy S devices. Now they're going with the Plus. They also made the screen bigger. This screen is going to be awe-inspiring, we're thinking. The only problem with it is that the screen is WVGA resolution. It's not QHD like all of the higher-end devices are coming with, but maybe the Super AMOLED Plus will be so nice that we won't even care. Comes with 16 gigs of internal memory. We've got Wi-Fi A, B, G, and N, Android 2.3. You get the point. Let's break the seal here. There's no turning back now, and open up this little tiny box. Wow. Social Hub Premium, GPS. Okay, let's just see what comes in the box. This thing is remarkably thin, and I wish you could actually be here holding it. I just have to stop and just comment on this. I cannot believe how thin this phone is. It's so powerful. It's got such a big screen, and yet it is thinner than any phone I've ever held. Wow, this is unbelievable. It's pencil thin. Okay, let's see what else is in the box before, going crazy about the thickness of the phone. We've got headphones, which is nice. Kind of nice looking headphones with little chrome pieces there. Let's see, we've got a micro USB charger, which is nice. Of course, the European plug, but your standard plugs will work with that if you plan to use this in the US. Extra earbuds, and here's the quite large 1650 milliamp hour battery. This phone should have pretty impressive battery life. And what we're going to do is put the battery in. I'm going to get an AT&T SIM card and plug it in immediately so we can do the first time boot up on the beautifully thin Samsung Galaxy S2. And let's just take a look at the front. We're getting a lot of reflection from here, so I'll have to actually turn off some of the lights. But what's interesting is that you can't see any buttons when the phone's off, kind of like the Nexus S. We've got the back button here. We've got the home button without a home logo on it, so kind of a very sleek looking design. Uh-oh, it looks too much like an iPhone. Apple might get mad by that, but maybe not. And we've got the menu button here on the left. Front-facing camera. Let's get a SIM card in here. Let's get the battery in. We'll be right back. All right, SIM card's in, battery is in. This thing is very, very light, even with the SIM card in. And usually the problem with light is it feels cheap. This phone does not feel cheap. Okay, so let's try to pop on the back battery cover. By the way, back here we've got this really interesting textured plastic. Maybe you can see it in the light. It's got these raised little bumps that give it a good in-hand feel. We've got sort of a reverse chin here. Usually the chin occurs on the front. Speaker here. Doesn't look like it has dual speakers. We've got something to connect a lanyard loop to. We've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, secondary mic for noise cancellation. It is just amazing how thin this thing is. Power standby button on the left. That's a little bit different than Samsung had been doing. Usually they put the button on the top. So let's press and hold that. And while that's booting up, let's compare to some other devices. So here we've got the HTC Inspire 4G, and it's got a little bit of fingerprints on here, but it didn't a second ago. Kind of weird. So the Inspire 4G was one of the thinnest phones to come out. It's basically the Desire HD, which was HTC's flagship of last year. And let's see how they compare in terms of thickness. There's no contest here. The Desire HD is about 12 millimeters thick, which is quite thin. But again, we're going at under 9 millimeters on the Galaxy S2. So it's amazing how much thinner it is. So here we have network doesn't provide date and time. Okay, great. It's kind of, there we go, just turned to 3G, so we're getting 3G network connectivity here on AT&T. We'll zoom in a little bit. A lot of options here, automatic. We'll go through this later. There seems to be no confirm button, so if I hit the back button, and I'll do change language, the United States. It's really cool to see the Super AMOLED Plus screen on such a large display. All of the Galaxy S phones came with a 4-inch display, so it's very interesting to see such incredible contrast over a large display. Let's see if we can kind of get out of here. I guess we're going to have to go through this. Okay, we'll do all of this in a little bit, and we'll show you what it's like. Again, let's bring out some other devices to compare with before we actually do that. Turn that off. Over here is the iPhone 4, which is starting to look kind of small in comparison to these devices that have these big, bright 4.3-inch displays. So we've got the front-facing camera, although it looks a lot bigger here on the Galaxy S2. In terms of thickness, the Galaxy S2 is thinner than the iPhone 4, which is a tremendous feat, considering the iPhone 4, like the Desire HD, is one of the thinnest devices out there. Also next to another device that has a 4.3-inch screen, the Big Daddy, the HTC Thunderbolt. Of course, the Galaxy S2 does not have 4G, although it's very likely in 2011 and 2012 we're going to see versions of the Galaxy S2 come out with LTE and HSPA Plus and WiMAX and all of those good radio technologies. Alright, so I put in the Google account information, and what we have here is the new version of TouchWiz, TouchWiz 4, which is Samsung's proprietary interface. Now, a lot of people, after they got the Galaxy S devices, put on a third-party launcher, like Launcher Pro or ADW Launcher, because the Galaxy S devices had this weird TouchWiz interface. It wasn't that fast, it wasn't that usable, but it looks like Samsung has really gone above and beyond with their new interface. The program tray looks about the same, but they've got these new widgets that kind of stick together. We're obviously going to have to spend some time with this, and we're going to have a full video that talks all about what it's like to use TouchWiz 4, and here's something cool. Move device left or right while holding a selected icon to reposition to another page. That is pretty cool. So if we tap and hold, and we tilt, apparently there's a feature that makes it a lot easier. Wow, that looks awesome. There's a feature that makes it a lot easier to move widgets from home screen to home screen. Right now we're getting HSDPA on AT&T. We should be getting faster data speeds than you can get on the Atrix 4G and the Inspire 4G, because those devices don't seem to even take advantage of HSDPA speeds. So this might be a killer device to get on AT&T if you don't want to wait. It will work on T-Mobile, but you won't get the 3G connectivity. We've got a ton more coming up on the Samsung Galaxy S2. It's really exciting for us to test one of the flagship devices of 2011. HTC is coming out of the gate with a Sensation in the near future, and Samsung is coming out of the gate with the Galaxy S2 Super AMOLED Plus screen, 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor. It's pretty awesome. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you think I was too enthusiastic about this phone, please give us a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with more. That's it for now.